Good morning, grade 9. How are you? Wow, I'm very glad to hear that. How about the others? Would you please give me a virtual thumbs up if you are feeling good today? Wow, I'm very happy that grade 9 is feeling great. Alright. So before we proceed, Miss Jacqueline, our class president, would you please remind your other classmates to join in the Zoom meeting now? Alright, grade 9, a gentle reminder that your attendance is being checked right after our session. Meaning to say that if I cannot see your faces or your names in my recording, then automatically you are marked absent. Otherwise, if you are feeling sick or you have internet connection problems, then you may notify me immediately. And as a compliance to the online class protocols, you are required to turn on your camera and actively participate in our discussion. Please give me a heart emoticon if these instructions are clear. Alright, thank you so much for your responses. Before we proceed to our discussion, who would like to recall the topic that was discussed yesterday? Yes, CJ, you are raising your hand. Yes, right, we talk about verbals. And again, what are verbals? Yes, do you raising your hand, Sharon? Right, verbals are the action word that does not function as verb. Alright, so I guess the idea and concept of verbals is very clear to you now. Would you please give me a virtual thumbs up if you agree? Alright, since all of you agreed, alright, so I think we can proceed to our new topic. Okay, so before we proceed, who would like to read our class objectives today? Yes, Sandra? Alright, thank you so much for that. Again, at the end of this session, you must be able to first define faulty parallelism, second is to spot and correct parallelism in given sentences, and lastly is to appreciate how parallelism is just like building harmonious relationship with others. So are these objectives clear? Would you please give me a virtual thumbs up? Alright, thank you so much for your responses. And before we begin, I have here a very short activity and it's called Seesaw Car Balance. I guess I'll be needing the participation of the boys, so who would like to volunteer? Yes, thank you so much, CJ and MHAL. Alright, so basically you will just have to balance each side so the other one will not fall. And the one who falls loses. Alright, so I guess we can start. Oh no, unfortunately, CJ loses. But it's okay, you can do better next time. And congratulations, MHAL. And actually, you can go back to this website if you would like to try this game. And for the girls, okay, so don't worry, I also have a very short activity for you. So all you need to do is to try to spot which part of the sentence do you think does not blend in. I would like to hear it from you, Miss Rio. Would you like to try number 1, please? Alright, you said golfing. How about number 2? I would like to hear it from you, Micah. You said paint historical places, and the last number, Mary Jane. You said bicycle riding. Alright, so we are yet to find out if your answers are correct right after our discussion, okay? And class, what you actually have learned and observed in our short activities are actually quite related to our topic today, which is faulty parallelism. And to help me elaborate our topic, would you please read the first part, Rodolfo? Alright, thank you so much for that, Rodolfo. Again, how are you going to identify when a sentence or a paragraph composition has faulty parallelism in it? Yes, you're raising your hand, Jacqueline. Right, when there are 2 or more parts of a sentence that seem to be equivalent in meaning, yet they are not grammatically similar in form. Alright, very good, Jacqueline. Okay, so moving on, would you please help me read the second paragraph? Camille? Alright, thank you so much for that, Camille. Again, class, why do you think faulty parallelism is considered to be one of the major grammatical sins in the English language? Yes, Dominic. Alright, thank you so much for that, Dominic. Very good. Okay, so again, faulty parallelism is considered to be one of the major grammatical sins in the English language because it clangs off the ear, destroys written sentences, and it muddies any intention the author may have had. And actually, if you're going to visualize that, for example, I have a pencil here, right? And imagine this being covered by mud. Of course, at first, it will be very hard for you to identify whether it's a pencil or a pen, or maybe a stick, because they all share the same size and form. And that's what happens when your sentence or your paragraph composition has faulty parallelism in it. It becomes very hard for your readers or your audience to identify your message because it sounds confusing. Therefore, the essence is gone. All right, so 9A, would you please give me a virtual thumbs up if faulty parallelism is clear to you? All right, thank you so much for your responses. I can see some. How about the others? I hope that you're not sleeping or eating at this moment. All right, thank you so much. So 9A, any questions, clarifications, or negative reactions? Please notify me via chat box if there is so that we could address it properly. All right. So hearing none, I guess we can move on. So 9A, I personally believe that every problem has a solution, and I hope you do too. Okay, and same goes with faulty parallelism. There's actually a remedy to it, which is called parallelism. And to help me elaborate that further, would you please read the last part, Camille? All right, thank you so much for that, Camille. Again, 9A, how are you going to achieve parallelism in your sentence structure? Yes, Rodolfo. Right, when your series of words or the parts of your sentence are parallel or equivalent in meaning and structure, meaning to say that nouns to nouns, verbs to verbs, adjectives to adjectives, and so on and so forth, okay? Preposition to prepositional phrase, okay? Infinitive to infinitives, all right? So you really cannot mix infinitive along with verbs or along with series of nouns, all right? So you must make sure that this series of words or parts of your sentence parallel and equivalent in meaning and structure, all right? So that your readers or your audience could easily identify your message, okay? So I guess we can move on to our example. So who would like to try to organize this sentence into a parallel structure? Yes, CJ. All right, very good. Actually, you hit the right track. Okay, so for this example, so in this sentence, practicing and competing are gerunds, which are verbs functioning as nouns, and to eat is an infinitive. So it will sound pretty awkward, just like an athlete with a sweet tooth. So instead, we can say Olympic athletes usually like practicing, competing, and eating ice cream sandwiches. Or you can say Olympic athletes usually like to practice, compete, and eat ice cream sandwiches. Note that you don't need to repeat the word to in each instance as infinitive form of the verb. As long as the three cases are the same, then you're good to go. All right, how about for example number 2, nouns versus verbs? Who would like to try 9A? Yes, Sandra. All right. Okay, thanks so much for that. Let us see if your answer is correct. All right, so for this example, all right, and the answer for dinner we like lamb chops and Brussels sprouts, which is correct. Okay, so lamb chop is a noun and Brussels sprout is a noun too, but to fry is obviously a verb. And to make that parallel, then we make these parts of the sentence both nouns. All right, and we can also do the other way around. For dinner we like to grill lamb chops and fry Brussels sprouts. Now both are verbs. All right. All right, so are these examples clear to you, 9A? Please give me a virtual thumbs up. All right, thank you so much for that. And to give you more details about our topic today, I will be showing you a video clip about faulty parallelism. All right, 9A, so what have you learned in that video? Yes, Sharon. Right, that achieving parallelism is just like building harmonious relationship with others, all right? So if you really want to achieve good relationship with the people around you, then of course you need to blend in. And same goes with achieving parallelism in your sentence, right? Of course, you have to make sure that your series of words or parts of your sentence blend in with one another, all right? And make sure that they are equivalent in meaning and structure. And linking to the activities that we had before our discussion, you see that balance is very important so that the other car will not fall. And maybe you will say, Mom, my sentence or my paragraph will not fall. Yes, it might not literally fall, but of course, if you want to sound impressive with your teachers or in your academe, then of course, achieving parallelism in your sentence structure is very important, okay? Alright, so 9A for our drill and practice today, please join me in quizzes. The code is 0318. All right, I will be waiting here in the lobby. All right, so I can see that all of us are in, and I will start. All right, so very good, 9A. Most of you answered perfectly. Okay, so, but the fastest is Micah. Micah, you will be receiving 10,000 cash from me. No, just kidding. I don't have that amount of money, but I will give you additional 5 points in your recitation. Okay, so good job, 9A. Okay, so any questions, clarifications, or negative reactions? All right, hearing none. 9A, please be reminded that you have a group activity posted in Canvas, all right? So please be guided with the following rubrics. Group cooperation is 30%, accuracy is 40%, and your composition is 30%. So all you need to do is to suppose that you are a journalist and you have to interview some business owners who were greatly affected by the pandemic. And of course, you have to observe at least 10 parallelism in your interview script, all right? And also, you have a summative test posted in Canvas, so you may check that out as well. Is everything clear so far? Please give me a virtual thumbs up. All right, thank you so much. And please don't forget to answer the discussion forum posted in Canvas, and you have to answer the following questions. Why is it important to achieve parallelism in your sentence structure, and how can you manage to avoid faulty parallelism in the future? So please be guided with a summary of today's class posted in Canvas as well. All right? And for your assignment today, you have to write a 100 word daily journal of a frontliner during the pandemic. And of course, you have to observe 5 parallelisms in it. All right? And underline each. Okay? So please be guided with the submission details in your Canvas. Okay? And that's all pretty much for today. And thank you so much. And see you again tomorrow. Goodbye, 9A.